We all know that there's a never-ending telenovela saga with Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. At one point, it seems like everything's okay, and then the next thing is Jimmy Butler wants to be traded. He doesn't want to be there at media day. And then we also hear rumors about the Andrew Wiggins, Karl-Anthony Towns beef with him and his beef with them as well. And it just leads to a chaotic mess. But right now, there's another twist to this story, as there might be another potential team in for trying to trade for Jimmy Butler. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bernie here, bringing you yet another video here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, before we get started on to today's video talking about Jimmy Butler, go and check out our other videos we have here on the channel as well. I have my epic rant video talking about Karl-Anthony Towns and Jimmy Butler and why I think that they're delusional to think that they should be mad at Jimmy Butler and that they think that they're better without him as well. So go and check that video out. We also have the video talking about Harrison Barnes and what Skylar Diggins had to say about him. And also, guys, hit that subscribe button as we're trying to get to 1K. Now that all my promo stuff is over, let's go into what the story talks about. Jimmy Butler, and this is of course according to Mark Stein, is that he informs the Timberwolves that he wants to be traded to the Miami Heat as his next team. Jimmy Butler and his agent have informed the Minnesota Timberwolves he prefers to trade to the Miami Heat. We all know that Butler's list initially had the LA Clippers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the New York Knicks among the top. The Heat have reportedly been the most aggressive team to try and trade for Jimmy Butler. And this is no surprise to me because, I mean, think about it. They missed out on the Gordon Hayward saga. They had LeBron James, and now it's over with that. You know, it's been a couple years now. I think that this team really wants to get back to that championship contending type of caliber team. And Pat Riley, we all know that he's an impatient man. He's the Don. He's really trying to make these moves so that way he can win another championship, become one of the most successful executives of all time in the NBA. And he's really trying to do his best to get another superstar there as well. It also doesn't hurt the fact that Dwayne Wade is also on his last legs. This is his last season, of course. We all know he's going to retire after this season. So it would make a lot of sense for them to get another guy in there for Dwayne Wade so they can make somewhat of a deep run. I won't say like a huge run, maybe a first round win and they're done. But it would be nice for Dwayne Wade to go out on a bang, and what better way to do that than bring in a guy like Jimmy Butler, who has been his teammate before, to really solidify this Miami Heat team to be a solid contending team. Now, the real question is, how does this trade work? Well, one situation I had here, and this is the only one I've really covered and thought about, like what makes sense for each of these teams, and that's of course a three-way trade. We all know that the Phoenix Suns are looking for a point guard. They're trying to get their team back into, you know, at least the playoffs, or, you know, trying to contend. They'll probably be in the lottery next year, but it wouldn't hurt to bring in another guy. And this is the trade that I had to come up with. So I'm going to have a three-way trade with Miami, Minnesota, and the Phoenix Suns. So for Miami, they're going to get Jimmy Butler and Mikal Bridges. The reason why I think they get Mikal Bridges here, in my opinion, is because you're not guaranteed that Jimmy Butler is going to re-sign with you, especially if this trade goes through, because you're not signing him with the extension. You're signing him without it, because that's the only way this trade would work. And because of that, Mikal Bridges is kind of like a safety net. Even though he's a little bit older and more of just like a role player, in my opinion, he's still a solid player to kind of have as a franchise guy, right? Someone that will always be there on time, someone that's reliable. So you need that, and I think that's what Mikal Bridges does. And Jimmy Butler's just the icing on the cake, as he will be, whether he re-signs or not. We'll see if the Miami Heat are trying to form a super unit in South Beach. We'll see if they can do that. It'll be very hard, but maybe they can. And then for Minnesota, I have them getting Goran Dragic and Josh Richardson. Now, the reason why I think they get Josh Richardson is because he is kind of like a poor man's Jimmy Butler, just because I think his work ethic and talent is there. It's just not at the level of Jimmy Butler. We all know that Josh Richardson had a great playoffs. He's a great player, and I think he will be for the here on out. But, you know, it's really a step below the Jimmy Butlers of the world. But I think he will still be a solid replacement, and it's a guy that Tom Thibodeau likes. I mean, as much as I think that Tom Thibodeau should be fired, in my opinion, he will be a nice addition to a Tom Thibodeau team if that's the way the Minnesota Timberwolves want to do it. I don't agree with it, but I think for the Minnesota's sake, that'll be great as well. And then they also get Goran Dragic. And the reason why I think that is because the contract is so high. And I think that, you know, Goran Dragic is a solid player that you can potentially get him in there as well. Now, the real question is, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, they have Jeff Teague. Why would they need him? That's where this trade comes in. You have Jeff Teague go to the Phoenix Suns because we know that Jeff Teague doesn't want to stay in Minnesota in this chaotic mess of whatever the hell they're trying to do there. So I think Jeff Teague going to Phoenix would be a very good option for him, as they are missing a point guard and they want to get in on a sweet deal, and they will with this with this trade. I think they will get an awesome player in Jeff Teague. Maybe there might be some draft picks involved in this trade, but we don't know. But like I said, Jeff Teague will help this team out a lot because it'll develop the mentorship for Devin Booker and also DeAndre Ayton, making it a lot easier for those guys to get their buckets and not having to have the ball so much in their hands, and really just make their lives easier. And I think that's what Jeff Teague can do. That is a trade that I have here. What do you guys think of that trade? I want you guys to sound out in the comments down below if that would be a good trade, or do you think that there needs to be more stuff added? And that's pretty much going to be it for this video, guys. Tell me what you guys think of this whole Miami Heat trying to pursue for Jimmy Butler. Do you guys like it? Do you dislike it? And also, this is going to be Dwayne Wade's last season. Where do you guys think he finishes in the playoffs next season? Anyway, guys, go and hit that like button. Go and hit that subscribe button, please, guys. We're trying to get to 1K. We're only 500 away, or less than 500 away, I should say. And we really need your guys' help. And that's, of course, coming from the likes and comments as well. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.